Hey, this is Notser, and this is the Tier 6 German battleship, Bayern. She has 51,600 health, a top speed of 25 knots, 8 308mm guns, 22 secondary guns, a surface detect of 13.9 kilometers, and 45 AA defense rating. For my modules, reduce crit chance on main armament, improved aiming accuracy, reduce the chance of flood and fire, faster rudder shift. For my commander, basic survivability, expert marksman, and superintendent. We are on the map Estuary, and we're a bit naked. The Bayern does not have a camouflage for this game, and we'll see how well that works out. Now, I went towards the western side of the map, and I apologize for this being such a delay on the Bayern. I had a great game in it, absolute barn burner, and the recording messed up. We had like 140,000 points of damage, 5 kills, just absolutely amazing game in the Bayern, and yeah, recording failed. This is a great game. Not quite as impressive, I would say, because how often do you get 140,000 points of damage in a Tier 6 match? That doesn't really happen, but this is very admirable. This shows off the strengths of the ship and the weaknesses. Now, if you notice, there are 3 friendly battleships and 1 friendly destroyer over in this area. We are detected by aircraft, so something is close that has aircraft overhead. I think our AA detection is something like 10 kilometers, and it is indeed enemy aircraft from the enemy aircraft carrier. Now, an enemy destroyer shows up, and he's sending torpedoes near a friendly. My guns are just a little bit behind, but they are rotating, and we engage. Now, we get pretty good dispersion. 5,400 is very nice. I can't really complain about that. But he is now inside the friendly smoke that was left by the friendly destroyer, so I can't see him anymore, and neither can the friendly. And there's a multitude of enemies also. There's another enemy destroyer that just popped up and is no longer visible. The enemy Minekaze is a little close to the friendly, so he is detected even though he's in smoke. There's an enemy cruiser, I believe this is an Omaha, that is also pushing up the western flank. We lose the friendly, and now we've lost all sight on the enemy, and I'm hoping that the Omaha or whatever enemy cruiser will show up so I can engage them and kill them, of course. He's thin as a blade. That's one of the advantages of the Omaha, the Phoenix, the Murmansk, the Marblehead. They're really hard to hit when they are bow or stern on, but we nick them for 5,300. No citadel, and the Commander Penguin is happy that he did not sustain a citadel because it would basically end his day. He continues to fire on my ship. I give ground. There's too much unknown with the enemy destroyers that are over there. Now, no one is capturing A. Nobody. Why is that? Is it because the destroyers are pushing forward, trying to get in position? It looks like one of them is. In a regular game, you should expect that A would be captured by the enemy, but they are not, so I would be hesitant to go anywhere near the islands. The friendly Nagato does appear to get the picture. He takes him out. Does he get taken out by the enemy? I think he's able to avoid it. I think he's good. Now, someone is obviously capturing A right now. That must be the other destroyer. It could also be the battleship that's trying to come up the rear. You see that battleship that was last known in the 2 line. And while the Omaha moves towards his base, we take the Omaha out. Finally, we get a citadel when we don't need it. We were quite clearly going to be able to kill that target, but I'm not going to complain because the target is dead. And we do catch sight of the enemy, Bayern. He is not capturing A, so we can confirm that the enemy destroyer in the area is the one capturing. Now, there's only one more enemy destroyer on the map. Their last known position is over by D, all the way on the other side of the map, and this is the destroyer that has sustained damage from my ship. I decide, the island is in the way. I won't be able to engage the enemy destroyer, so I decide let's fire on the battleship. We should be able to clear it, and we do 5,700. Okay, that's not bad, that's not bad. The enemy team is pushing really hard on the eastern flank, though. My team needs to pull back. We need to take what we have been given, not overextend, force them to come through murder holes, basically. The enemy Menekaze decides to push forward. This is my chance, probably my one chance to take this guy out. If I was in his shoes, I wouldn't show myself. So I line up the shot, all guns fire, and we overpin. 21 health left on the target. Come on, guys. Secondary is good. He sends torpedoes, though. Oh, no. Oh, no. If I would have stayed at full speed, I probably could have gone past those torpedoes, and I think I'm going to take at least one. Yep. We take at least one for 13,000. The friendly is able to finish him off. I'm thankful for that. It causes a flood. We put the flood out. Obviously, you put the flood out. If you can put the flood out. It just ticks for too much. You just can't risk the ship to allow the flood to go its full duration. I mean, that's a lot of damage. I think a flood starts at 1,000 points of damage every second. That's ridiculous. So, the enemy team has successfully captured D. We have a friendly destroyer that doesn't care about playing the objective at all. All they want to do is go for the enemy aircraft carrier. Now, is that a good play? I disagree with it. Most of the games that I've seen a destroyer try to take out the enemy carrier have led in complete and utter failures. He could have easily captured C. Is he going to be able to take out the enemy aircraft carrier and not sustain heavy damage? That's the real question. So far, we only see one enemy on the western flank left. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 enemy ships seen over on the eastern side. And their total number is 7. So we know where every single ship is. Now, I can't tell you that I knew that at the time. I don't really sit here and count the number of ships. However, you should absolutely do that, and it looks like the enemy destroyer has indeed tried to go save his teammate. That's a good thing for him to do. That is what you should try and hope to do. But this flank is completely open, basically. We can afford to push and see how much we can do, but clearly our base is being attacked. That's not good. That's not good at all. I want to make sure we can take A and at least salvage some equal footing with the enemy. Right now, the game's pretty close. But I would argue that the enemy's focus is a little bit more consistent than our team. We've got 3 destroyers, and they are everywhere. Absolutely everywhere on the map. So I'm going to fire on the Bayern. We are at about 40,000 points of damage. We capture the base successfully as a team, the 3 battleships. We really probably need to be on a flank where we can assist. There's no teeth. There's no health pool for our team to really do their best. So yeah, at this flank, we're not really doing enough for the team. Even though we've captured A, we're probably going to take this guy out. Nope. Is it enough to set him up for torpedoes? No! The friendly dropped too close to the enemy. This is terrible. This is absolutely terrible. I'm taking big shot. What, 7,300? That's significant. I could use a heal. Yep, and there we go. We use a heal. The friendly battleships in the area, they can engage. Are they enough to kill the target? No, they are not. My guns are reloaded. That's one of the attributes of the battleship line for the Germans. It has a higher than average reload cycle, so you should expect to be able to engage more often. More shells incoming, and I'm just sitting basically broadside to take free damage from him. The friendly Dunkirk engages the target, and he does not take the enemy out. I am going to try and lead him in the right direction, but he's killed right as I fire. Wow. Okay, waste of salvo. We've got to do something, though. We got to go for C. We gotta go for B. We've got to take out the enemy. We're losing control over the map. The friendly destroyer, not surprising, he perished at the hands of the enemy destroyer that went back and saved his buddy. It's pretty obvious that that was going to happen. Maybe not that the enemy destroyer would come back and save him, but that the attack run would be unsuccessful. And it is a huge waste of resources for the teammate. It's just not ideal. So we head back towards the center of the map. We've got a friendly going after the enemy cruiser. It's the Arpeggio Ashigara. It's basically a Miyoko. So Miyoko has to go down, right? And of course it doesn't. It's a brown Miyoko. We ricochet, dodge, disperse, what have you, unsuccessfully. And there's what? 1, 2, 3, 4 enemy ships, plus the enemy aircraft carrier units in the area. And gotta be careful. So the enemy Arpeggio sent out torpedoes. Didn't hit anyone. But at least they sent it out, right, Notser? Yeah. Taking snipes, taking shots, huh? You don't use your torpedoes. You're absolutely right. I need to use them more often. I am. So this is how I think of the game. I can kill him immediately with one shell, one salvo. It's over. Why waste my torpedoes on a target that's already dead? That's what I put in my mind. Obviously, that's not what actually happens. And look at what we've got here. The Arpeggio has pulled a Notser. He ran into the island. Hopefully the friendly can make him pay. If the friendly cannot, we are set up. The enemy aircraft carrier is going to go after us, and that's not good either. Please avoid, please avoid. We fire at the waterline. We take the target out. 15,000. Not a shocker, right? Whenever you run into an island, you should be punished for that. You should die a horrible, gruesome death. In the video game, of course. And let that be a lesson to you. You don't want to emulate me. At least when it comes to running into islands. The lack of driving ability is really concerning, I would say, right? It really is. The enemy Dunkirk is going to engage us with HE. Not a bad choice. It's about 35% chance to light the target on fire. You're basically going to set the target on fire when you pull the trigger with the French battleship. It's just, can you follow it up? Is it the most optimal use of your ammo? There are situations where you want to fire AP, and maybe that was the one. Maybe he was loading for a different target. My friendly battleship right in front of me, Iron Oath, he certainly needs help. The enemy sends out torpedoes. Is he going to be able to avoid it? He is indeed. The torpedoes do not have enough range. The Dunkirk has turned directly north, and if this island was not in the way, I would just give him a piece of my mind. But it is in the way. And that's an issue. I've got to be able to get around the island and then engage him. Kamikaze R, just survive. We really do need you to survive the game, so we have a chance to win it. Right now, it's a pretty close game, right? I mean, anybody could win if we could get a good shot on one of these targets, take them out, maybe reclaim the B area. We would have a 2-2 base, and the swing would probably be 100 points, right? It's a very close game, but the Kamikaze, they're not going to let you get away. The aircraft are going to keep you spotted until the game is over, or until he's dead, of course. Now, I could go after the Fuso. He's showing almost a perfect broadside. Not quite. And the friendly is still alive, thankfully. The French, he is showing a perfect broadside. Oh, baby, come on, give me a sweet big Citadel's fire at the waterline. And 11,000, thank you. That is what we were looking for. Maybe a little bit more damage. Friendly Nagato gets him down to 26. He's got one more gun set. Is it enough? No, it looks like he misses. Or those were secondaries. Can't really tell at this range. Yeah, I think they're secondaries. We are almost ready to go. We got to make sure we hit this shot. We really do need this kill. Look at the game. We lost the friendly Kamikaze R. We just need to take him out. I fire all guns It might have been a little bit too conservative to fire them all. We also lose the friendly Nagato. No! I need all the help I can get at this point. We really would have loved him to survive. Now, would he? We got a Fuso here. Fuso can just overwhelm. It's got great rate of fire, tons of guns. Its weakness is really that it's pretty slow. It's what, 23, 24 knots? That's decidedly American at this tier. So, he's showing a little bit of a side. We get 14,000 and a Citadel. And we earn Confederate. Not bad at all. The secondaries set him on fire. Oh, it could not have been better. And his return fire is almost nothing. My issue is that my back guns are still rotating. He is getting in position where his guns will be more effective. I need to turn as rapidly as I can. I just cannot. I just cannot. Plus, I have torpedoes incoming, and we do 10,000, and there's just nothing I can do. I'm trying. Can I get him dead? No, I cannot. The enemy's torpedoes do me in. It was a rock between a hard place. I mean, let's be honest. It was just not going to work out in our favor. However, 3 kills, 100,000 points of damage done, Confederate, 1,419 base XP. In a loss, not bad. What could I have done differently? Maybe move to the center earlier, but a lot of my destroyers went out and killed themselves, and we really do need them to succeed. I hope you enjoyed seeing the Bayern, and she does a great job. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you next time.